Fun fact, this video is actually 3 months old. I just never got to finish it at that time because I got wrapped up with Geo and Decayed research, and then eventually life just came and slapped me in the face. So enjoy this video now, and thank you so much for all of your love and support. Now, I know you may be looking confused at this video title, but hear me out. Today we're going to be covering the variants of the Kaidan 01 driver as well as any extra users or forms the base 01 driver has. Because of the events of Real Time and the second 01 Others movie, we'll cover 2 more forms exclusive to the 01 driver and then cover anything extra in the process. And go ahead and let's get this out of the way. Subscribe to the channel for more Kamen Rider Explained goodness. I'm tired of hanging out around this. We're trying to get to 10K. Let's just go ahead and push this to 10K. Let's do it so we can do Saber stuff. So, yeah. Starting with Real Time, when in conjunction with the Hell Rising Progrise key, one can assume the extra Berserk Hell Rising Hopper. In appearance, it's an all-red shining assault hopper, and in terms of strength, it outclasses every 01 driver form mentioned in the previous video, as well as coming equipped with new abilities, such as a degree of healing, allowing for mending of wounds like broken bones, but it seems extremely painful for a human to use upon activating. This form also comes with the feature to build up large amounts of energy over the course of a fight, being able to release it all at once in a dead heat-like explosion. Because this form is created by a Progrise key designed to, quote, destroy the world, it's understandable why a normal person shouldn't be able to handle using it to any degree. It seems to put a user's emotions into overdrive as well, as Pt2 fell into a berserker rage while in this form. This form's finisher is Hell Rising Impact, which sees 01's arm ignite red hot before delivering a purple energy punch, creating a red shockwave in the process. Up next is Vulcan's extra final form, Lone Wolf. Using a combination of the Direwolf Zetsu Method key with an assault grip, this form is obtained by Fua in the Vulcan Valkyrie movie. This form reveals a new rule involving the 01 driver. Though you have to be a president to use the driver, you don't have to be a president under the Kaidan family name. In fact, Pt2 made a company specifically for Fua to become CEO of and gain authorization. You just gotta love loopholes. This form, though kinda offset by Fua's wild fighting style, is surprisingly strong, being tough enough to swap hands and even put down Kamen Rider Pt2. And similarly mentioned in the Sharp Riser video, since Zetsu Method keys weren't made for human use, this key puts a strain on the user. This key, combined with the power of the 01 driver, puts a greater strain on his body, as it left him in a dire, no pun intended, condition, and I honestly don't know if he survived it or not. Now, because this form does use the power of the 01 driver, this brings up a lot of questions that I don't have the answers to. For example, does Fua have access to the supercomputer ability that the driver normally grants, or did the Zetsu Method key block access to this feature? Feel free to leave your thoughts about this in the comment section. This form's finisher, Lone Wolf Impact, has Vulcan leaping into the air as blue lines of energy surround their body and their foot as it's covered in matching blue energy. Next, they perform a flying sidekick that gives off an energy emblem akin to circuitry before the construct of a wolf's head appears around the foot to strike the enemy. And with Lone Wolf covered, I believe we're done with all of the info involving the base 01 driver. And now we can talk about the variants. But if I did miss anything about the 01 driver's base, please don't hesitate to let me know in the comment section below. We've already talked about the Pt2 driver in the Pt2 video, so that leaves us 3 to discuss, and all of these appear after Arca gave Pt2 the Mollywop of Malice. Pt2 and Izu make one together, while Aizu makes the other 2 for 2 other folks to use. Well, 3 technically. And we'll discuss these not in order of appearance, but by power levels, because doing it this way allows us to cover each in a semi-simple scaling system. First up is the Zetsu Method driver given to Hirobi by Aizu. When in conjunction with the Arc Scorpion Progrise key, Hirobi reaches his, quote, final form prior to merging with the homies. To use this device, a user first opens the unfolded piece to activate or authorize the device. After activating and inserting the Progrise key, a pool of goddamn malice appears as a rider model then appears and stings the user. It will then cover, then encase the user in dark metal until it evaporates into armor parts, completing the transformation. This purple and red form appears briefly, but this form is his strongest solo form to date. This form comes with the Desta Analyze, which is an upgraded version of the Acid Analyze. With it, he can now inject targets with not only poison, but dark energy, and and the stinger can appear on any part of his body and in multiples rather than just coiling around in a limb. This also means that he can generate said dark energy to increase his striking power as well. He can also materialize multiple attached weapons through his henshin, scatter them across the battlefield on some unlimited blade works type ish, and as stated previously, this form is Hirobi's strongest, showing off its ability to handle and eventually beat out Arc 1, Aruto's evil option to Zero One. This form has two finishers, Hatred Impact, which sees Arc Scorpion coil the Death Analyze around his arm before delivering a Crimson Jab at a target, and Extinction Impact, which has Arc Scorpion extending 5 Death Analyze from their back, using them to preoccupy his target while wrapping a coil around his right leg, before delivering a Crimson and Purple energy-covered sidekick. The next variant to discuss is the Eden Driver. To use it, a user pushes the lever to activate the belt, then inserting the activated Eden's Zetsu key in it. When Brew's avatar uses it, he becomes Kamen Rider Lucifer, and though he is the physically stronger of the two, he is not as big of a threat as Eden is. Lucifer's finisher is Paradise Impact, which sees him using a Cyan energy kick to counter an attack. When Rihito Ishiki aka S uses it, he becomes Kamen Rider Eden, and he is for sure more menacing. Because Ishiki's body is made of nanomachines, he has a form of regeneration so potent it could allow him to regenerate from any injury. This allows Eden to wear down his opponent's stamina at no cost of his own, quickly equalizing the power difference between him and stronger opponents. This is seen as Eden defeats both Metal Cluster Hopper and the more powerful Zetsu with this ability. He can also use said machines to create bladed constructs from his body or in the environment to attack targets. This form isn't invincible though, as there are two weaknesses to counter the nanomachines. Metal Cluster Hopper's cell clusters are made of heated metal, and as a result have the ability to erode the nanomachines continuously, giving Eden no time to heal. Hellrising Hopper showed us that if someone releases a large mass of energy, that can damage Eden's body all at once and can overwhelm his regenerative ability. Eden's finisher is Eden Impact, where they let a single drop of nanomachines fall from his finger before it appears like a pool of blood. Large spikes then emerge and position themselves around, then imprison a target in a dome. Eden then pulls a Gara of the Sand as he closes his fist, causing the dome to implode, leaving a splatter of nanomachines in the process. And finally, we'll cover the final variant and the successor to the 01 driver, the 02 driver. After realizing 01 is unable to grow any further against Arc, this driver was originally forged with the power to exceed Arc's predictive ability. The belt functions mechanically like the 01 driver, but transforming is a different get-down. To transform, one must open the unfolded unit first, then activate the 02 progress key. A projection of Zaya, the satellite, appears before the key is inserted, which then summons a red and green grasshopper respectively to perform the armor and accents, completing the transformation. Being that this form is a symbol of Aruto's dream for humans and Human Gear working together, it's dope to mention that Izu can also use this driver to transform, making them the only two who can use this driver. And I can finally say the thing you've wanted me to say since we started explaining 01. 02 is the strongest form and strongest rider in the 01 series, bar none. By surpassing Arc Zero in various large degrees, this form is superior to every rider mentioned in the series. This is not including its super speed, which allows 02 to move so fast it seems like the user is teleporting rather than moving. This suit also comes with the 02 Arithmetic, a much more refined version of the Shining Arithmetic. While active, Zaya extracts the thoughts of the user, gaining information on both the enemy and surroundings to predict their behaviors and create attack patterns. Within 0.1 second, an optimal solution can be found within 2 trillion different patterns generated. One more time, within 0.1 seconds, an optimal solution can be found within 2 trillion different patterns generated. And just like the previous driver, the brain is a supercomputer, so all of this ultra fast learning is done on the fly. So how is this not OP? This is by far one of the strongest Kamen Rider final forms in the franchise, my good people. This form's finisher is 02 Big Bang, which has 02 launch a target into the air, following them with a barrage of high-speed attacks, creating red and yellow energy on impact. As the target falls towards the ground, 0-2 follows them with an energy charge flying sidekick that once it makes contact, the energy crashes into the target, creating a large 0-2 before the target is caught in a red and green explosion. And yeah, that's it. If you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to give me a like, subscribe to the channel for more Kamen Rider Explain goodness. In the comment section below, let me know what your favorite variant of the 01 driver is. Do you have any rules you think you should have had with it? I got a lot of like issues and shit with Fua's whole get down because I have so many questions I won't have the answer to because 01's over. Fuck. But I guess I'll just have to kind of figure that out, or maybe we'll have to just do like a live stream one day and we'll just sit down and talk ideas. I don't know. I'll figure that out later on. But, well, you guys go ahead and enjoy the rest of your day. I'm Lambo Calrissian, reminding you guys to keep calm and Toku on.